Assalamu alaikum. Today you are going to draw this 3D drawing. Looking at the drawing, it would be easier to draw the front view and use extrude command to give it the depth. So using these dimensions, we are going to draw AutoCAD. And make sure you use your template that has the layers, and then save as to 3D drawing 2. That's where I am right now, and click on model space and start drawing your profile. But before you start, make sure you are in the front view from the view control. Polyline. We can start at 10,10. The length of the object is 5.25, and then the height is 1, and then it goes 4.25, and then it goes 2 more, and then goes left 1, and then you just close it. Now if you click on home view, you have this L shape. You're going to project that, and this is the time when you can go to your 3D view. Click on the gear and go to 3D modeling interface. Now extrude that, and the depth is 1.75. Draw a line from midpoint of the top to midpoint of this. And then using Presspull tool, you want to select this section and press it down by 1.5. Using the orbit tool, you can view different surfaces. There is a cutout, that a recessed portion 0.25, and that is 3 units then down. You can go underneath it and draw a line. We are going to track, and over here we are going to type 3, and then click on the perpendicular snap. So for that you need to have your in your snap settings, in your object snap settings, you need to have perpendicular checked and midpoint checked as well. These are the settings that you need to have. Now using the Presspull command, you can hover in the center somewhere in between the rectangle, and when it's highlighted, then you're going to press by 0.25. Using orbit tool, you can see what that looks like. And now there is another line that needs to be drawn to show this section, this cutout. So that is 0.75 in the center, and that leaves 0.5 on both sides, because total is 1.75. So to achieve that, it's gets a little bit problematic when you try to draw directly on the object. So let's go to the top view. Over here, hover over the view control and click on parallel to see the true parallel top view. Now we can draw that to the side, and the line we can do the tracking over here, and that is 0.5, and then the length of this line is 2, and then you can mirror that. You can also type mi for mirror this object from the midpoint, and you don't want to delete that. And if you click on home, you can see exactly where they are. So they are in the same plane. You go back on the top. You can move that to the side here. And now we are going to use the filler command. And before that, you need to check that radius is 0. And then you should just click on these two parallel lines, and it's going to create that semicircle at the end. Now you can move these 3 objects on top of this object. Let's go to home and see where they are. And now we are going to use the press pull tool and click over here, and then click anywhere beyond this object. So this is going to subtract that from the main object, and that is your complete 3D object. So now we are going to go to the layout. Before you do that, make sure you save, because a lot of times it crashes when you go and project your views. So click on base and from model space, and then it's going to bring your front view. And at this time, make sure that you leave enough room on the left and at the bottom so that you can accommodate all your dimensions and the text. So click once and then enter, and then move your cursor up to locate your top view, and then create your right side view, keeping in mind how they are composed on the paper and how the text and the dimensions are going to be all around them. So click again and then enter. Now for the isometric view, you can edit view and give it the shaded with visible lines, and then exit, enter. Now we are going to add dimensions and the annotation and text. So go back to drafting and annotation interface, because you're familiar with all the tools and it's easily located. And click on dimension. For dimension, the color I have changed to color to 11. The other change that I made was the border text and dim text. I created a separate layer for that, and the color for that is also different. It's 151. So let's add the dimensions. So first, all the dimensions that are the length and width, they are going to go in the top view, and all the dimensions that are to do with the height, they are going to go in the elevations or the front and side views, the right view. First, you are going to start with the dimension that is the smaller dimension that goes first. Now I realize I'm in the wrong layer. And then the overall dimension. And now you can use match properties, clicking on the destination layer and then clicking on the one that you want to change. And now they are in dimension layer. I think I'm just going to add only overall dimensions, and that's what you need to do as well. And then over here, just add the dimension in the middle, and then the radius of this arc. Now the dimensions that are related to height, this cutout is more obvious in this one, this cutout, so let's add that over here rather than just both. And then overall dimension we can add here, and of course the cutout from the bottom. Now go to the dim text layer and go to the text, single line text. You want to justify that in the beginning of the object, and the height of the text is 0.125. Enter. 0 rotation, enter, and then type top for the top view. Then the front. Right. Then update your title block, 3D drawing 2, and for scale you want to click once on your front view, click on this arrow and see what the scale is. It's 1:2, and then you need to update that and update your date as well. Now that completes the drawing, and you can create your PDF. Now you need to check AutoCAD PDF high quality print, ANSI full bleed 11 by 8.5, and select waterplot, select layout, preview to make sure you have everything in your drawing, and then click OK. Apply to layout before that, and then click OK and save. And that is what you are going to submit in Google Classroom. Alright, that would be all. Happy drawing.